Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. How's it going? How did everybody bring in the new year? Alrighty, so we're gonna get started with our live. Hey, everybody. Thanks, Arminta, for answering someone's question. I can't go back, I can't scroll up and see what they said. So, thank you for sharing that information with them. Hey, Witchy. All right, let me pull up my email and put everybody's name on the screen, and we'll get started in 2 seconds. Hey, Liz. Happy New Year. Alrighty. So up first is Witchy. I have to pull up your email, Witchy, and then read it. Oh yeah, it rained here too. Well, it rained after I went out, or once I was like heading home. That's when it started raining. So I'm glad it didn't rain when we were out, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna read your email, Richie. I'm gonna grab the oracle cards. Okay, so we have number 45, man holding a heart. Number 35, first chakra, Archangel Michael, which is your root chakra. Number 1, the sun. Number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. So, like from what I could read, I couldn't point out the exact question per se. So I'm just going to kind of give you what Spirit is saying. So like knowing about when the money's going to come in. And so I really feel like what they're saying here is that even when even when it feels like, you know, it's chaos, there's a bunch of junk just happening over and over again. It's like you literally have to look through all that madness. Like, your circumstances don't matter. Your reality that you're currently living in that you don't like, it doesn't matter. Like, don't give it any more power, in a sense. Like, literally, don't let it shake up your core values, how you feel, and what you believe. And of course, that can be very challenging when you're in the moment, but it's like it's like a mental Olympus, in a sense, where you have to just literally block out a lot of the stuff that happens physically and not feed it, not give it any more attention, not water it anymore. Like, literally kill it, in a sense, with like your silence, or just like, not interacting with folks in a certain way. Like, literally just like choosing peace and knowing that it's going to work out better for you, because you have the sun, and the sun in the tarot deck is always the best card of the deck. And then we have like door to personal healing and happiness. So it's like spirit is saying your happiness, the financial abundance, all of the stuff that they promise you is not, gone. It's still here. It's always here. And they want you to know nothing is going to change that or stop it from happening. Of course, you can delay it, but it's always letting you know, like, hey, this is going to be for you, for regardless, no matter what. But you have to truly accept it and believe it, and literally block out all of the things that happen in your circumstances currently. You know, and I feel that Spirit is saying that it's important for you to like train your brain, train your mind to do that. And it is something, it's a skill. It is not something that it can just be done in like, you close your eyes and then it's like, boom, everything's better mentally and everything's going to work out, perfectly in the physical right after, like in the next day. It's an Olympics, like how I was saying. You have to practice, you have to train, condition your mind to just block out, and to also just to not feed into it. So it's like, if someone says something nasty to you, it's like, okay. And you just like, you don't even hear it. You don't even accept it, because you know what's the real deal, what's true, and what's important to you. And the more you do that and practice that, the more you see it in your reality. It is literally a skill that you just have to, train and prepare. Right? It's kind of like the thing about people go to the gym. Some people just don't go to the gym, start lifting, 500 pounds easily. Like, they have to train for that. They have to prepare themselves to get to that space to where they're able to do it. And they start off doing things little by little, instead of just jumping right into lifting something for 500 pounds. So definitely, like, it's something that can be done, you know, in a shorter period of time, but you really have to be hard on yourself, in a sense of like discipline. When I say hard on yourself, like discipline with it. I don't know, maybe one day I'll have like a Zoom session or something, kind of like how we had the girls' night in, like something like that, and kind of talk through like how to develop that skill, like how to really practice it daily, because it is something I can say. I feel like mastered is a strong word, but I've really done a good job with being able to do that, and just teaching others, like friends and stuff, like how to do it as well too, because it is something. If you truly want to manifest a certain life and have a certain lifestyle, and gravitate towards energies that are important to you and that resonate with your soul, it comes with like this skill. So that's what I got for you. Witchy. I know it's a lot, but hey Deb, Happy New Year. All right, sexy. We'll add you to the list, my dear. Alrighty, up next is Rosalie. And when you say obedient in ways, who is the they that you mean that you're talking about, Witchy? I just read your comment. You're welcome. All right, up next is Rosalie. You can put your name on the screen. I have my computer on a charger, so I can't like keep it off the charger for too long. When it gets more battery juice, then I can hold the name on the screen a little bit longer. Okay. I think I took a picture of Rosalie's question on my phone, I want to say. Or maybe a computer. Let's see. Okay. Your questions are, okay, Pendulum Question, will 2023 be a healing year for me in all aspects within body, mind, and soul? All right, this is for Rosalie. Will it be a healing year for her in all aspects, mind, body, and soul? We got a yes to that question. That's great. And then let's get into your questions. Okay, advice from spirit guides on how to navigate with which coworkers I should deem friends in the new year. Let's see. We have the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, which is number 39, and that's your throat chakra. We have number 36, second chakra, Archangel Ariel, which is your sacral chakra. We have Angel of Strength, number 50. So in terms of the advice Spirit has for you when it comes to deeming friends in the new year, in terms of your coworkers, definitely talk to them more and see what interests that you all have together, similarities. Let's say if one person's like, oh, I love, I don't know, Italian food. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love Italian food. Like initiating a time where you all go meet up for lunch at an Italian restaurant or go to dinner to an Italian restaurant, whether that's, during your lunch break or something that you just schedule outside of work time. And when you do that, you're able to really genuinely build a friendship and a connection with these people or with one person. It's up to you to decide who you want to connect with in terms of the friendship. But I definitely see that it's a great opportunity for you to kind of like open up verbally and just like talking to them a little bit more, giving them the space to kind of make plans too. So like you can initiate the first couple ones and then afterwards have it where, see how they respond in terms of them initiating something with you or like a group of you and whatever. Maybe it's like casually getting drinks or just like casually, hanging out at a park or just doing something that may be connected not connected close to work, or if it's around your lunch break. And then if it's something that's outside of work time, you can figure out what's the best option for the both of you. I keep saying the both of you. So it might be one person you just really, you vibe with a little bit more first, and then it might expand and branch out to other folks later. But it's definitely important for you to also just be confident, and it's okay to be protective of your heart and of yourself, but also don't be very guarded. So knowing that fine line and being balanced in that sense, and also too just making sure you can share stuff with the person, like stories and things like that, but like don't share too much, right? Because you're still getting a feel for people, and you want to make sure that you are protective of yourself as well. All right. And then your second question is, I had another visit from, what is he trying to tell you through his energy in the new in the New Year day. Okay, on this New Year's day. Ooh, we have number 38, fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, which is the heart chakra. So definitely showing you vibes of love, wanting to share the information of their feelings with you when it comes to that. We have number 3, blossoming abundance. Okay. So we have these two cards. I'm gonna get you a romance card. Let's do. We have devotion, a dedicated partner whose love is unconditional and eternal. And then, ooh, new chapter. A fresh start is always good for everyone. Doors are opening for this new phase within your love life. I love that. I absolutely love that. So I feel like this person, they're just wanting to connect with you. Like their energy is just like they're ready to start this new chapter with you. They're ready to, open their heart to you, even more because it's already open because they're communicating with you telepathically, spiritually. And then, just kind of like you all planting that seed and growing in your love physically, as of now, it's definitely growing spiritually already because you all are connecting telepathically and experiencing dreams with one another. I also see that they want to share. There might be something significant that happens in the month of March. They're channeling that to me for some reason. So whether maybe you have like a very, eye opener type of dream in March, maybe you meet the person in the physical in March, but there's something connected to March here, which is significant here. I also see that the way that your story, your love story is written with this person is very, it's just beautifully written. It's beautifully orchestrated. Things just kind of flow very naturally and smoothly. It's not as many hardships as you may have experienced in the past when talking and dating other people. I'm not saying like, oh, this connection is going to be just like, lollipops and rainbows, but more so it won't be as tough. It won't be as, alarming. There's going to be so many green flags when it comes to this connection. And I feel like that's something that this person is saying too, that they're channeling. Like, there's so many green flags. There's going to be so many green flags. So don't worry about this love, about this experience with me. That's what I have for that question. So now let's do your love note. Ooh, I forgot I had those cards over there. I might actually pull some of those. Let's see. I'll grab a couple from my special deck that I haven't used this deck in years, but this was one of my little special decks that I created. Just wanted to pop out. Ooh, passion. See? Passion. Let's see what else. We have romantic date. Let's get one more. And creator. So like also too, you get to create this love story with this person as well. So think about the experiences that you want to share with them and then watch them manifest, watch them unfold. They might start off in the dream realm, but then they translate over into the physical. So we have, I value this connection between us for your love notes. Sometimes my nerves get the best of me, but I really do dig you. Our roots run deep, and this will help us grow tall. You're my best friend. I daydream about being intimate with you. Ooh, right on top of passion. Thank you for being an inspiration for me and so many others. I support your dreams. Go for gold. I look forward to spending my life with you. And let's get one more or two more. Yes, I really do love you. And then our love is so natural and pure. Alrighty, Rosalie, that's what I got for you, love. I hope that resonated with you. Alrighty, up next is Arminta. Let me pull up your questions as well. It was something else that I wanted to do. Okay. So let's see. Whatever comes out for 2023. Let me put your name on the screen. Let's see what comes out for you for 2023. We have number 43, man holding a coin. Ooh, number 49, angel of love. I love that. Let's get one more. Number 27, walking away. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna get a couple of these cards as well. Okay, we got inner calling, question. It might be kind of hard to see, but it's right there. We have, ooh, warmth and success. Sounds good, Love Queen. And no, it's not a new deck. It's like this special deck that I made for the very first time when I was making Oracle decks. So this is like my personal deck. But I don't know, maybe one day I will release it to the world. I had to make some edits though, like changing the color of that so you can actually see it. But I felt called to start using it again, so here we are. We have mask. And then we have soulmate. I love that. Alrighty, so just in terms of like, you know, messages that are coming out for you for this year, this is definitely a good year for you financially. What else can I see? Give me 1 second. Just need to type this really quick. Okay. So yeah, this is a good year for you financially. I see the first quarter of the year will be a great time for you to really kind of set a plan for your money, make a plan for your money and stick by it. Be disciplined when it comes to that. Also to, you know, budgeting, learning how to budget in ways that allow you to save more over time. Like you don't have to like, you know, save a whole lot to feel like you accomplished something, but more so being strategic about what bills are you going to pay? How do you plan for that? How do you, you know, prepare financially for it. What are ways that you could do to save? Even if you save like $5 a week, it's something, right? The idea is that it's all about learning more financially and building that educational, that financial educational skill set, right? And then I also see here with the angel of love, there's a lot of energy of just like love connecting with a person, so the soulmate, but also to your ability to kind of just, walk away from how to work, not like necessarily fear of relationships, but more so just like walking away from expectations of what things have to be and just walking towards what it is and accepting things for what they are. And when you really trust and just believe and have faith in what things are and how they show up, in terms of like, what you want it to be and like what you feel it to be, that's when you can really enjoy it even more. So like walking away, like when we meet somebody for the first time, we have all these expectations of what they're supposed to be like, and then we get disappointed when they don't meet that. And it's like more so like just show up, accept that person for who they are. And it's funny, I just had a message channel from Spirit earlier, and they said, love people for who they are, not for who you want them to be. So basically, accept people for who they are, accept experiences for what they are, and know that it is okay, you know, if it's different for you than what most people might accept or be into. Because sometimes, people have their own ideas of like how a relationship's supposed to be, how finances are supposed to be in terms of like, what you do with your money. But it's like, do what makes sense for you, but also walk away from the expectations of others' beliefs and others' opinions and things like that. It's like really stepping towards your own core beliefs and own core values and acknowledging what those are and what they mean to you. I feel like with the inner calling card and the questions, it just gives me this vibe of like, spirit welcoming you in more and more to ask questions and like, them sharing the wisdom and the guidance and, giving you the tools and the resources to help you evolve and just to really process a lot of different things that are going to happen in your life, but also that have happened already, to where you're not questioning their role in your life and how they, how to word this, like how they show up for you, right? Because when, let's say, I don't know, let's say you apply for something and it says you accept it, and then later on you get a letter saying, oh, we actually, it's quote unquote denied or not accepted. And it's like, why would Spirit do that? Why would they get my hopes up? And then this happens. It's like, no, like you trust and know like everything is planned and happening for a reason. And so you don't really doubt it as much, or you don't let it annoy you as much. Like you might be mad in that second, in that moment, but then you just like, okay, I know my spirit, team got me, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And then I just love the warmth and success card, because I feel like this is your year of just abundance. This is your year of, really connecting with your higher self more and more. But also I see this is a great year that you're going to be connecting with your son more and more. It's something that I'm channeling. I feel like with the mask card here, it's so funny. I actually, Spirit is literally just taking away the word mask and just saying Armintha's going to go to New Orleans this year. You might be visiting New Orleans this year at some point, or maybe even just Louisiana. But I feel strongly that you're going to be visiting New Orleans, even if it's just like for a couple of days or whatever. But there's some energy here where Spirit would like you to go to New Orleans. And I've actually been wanting to go back myself. So I feel like that's a message for me too. So I don't know, maybe we could cross paths and we could meet up in New Orleans sometime this year. And it's a whole bunch of people I know that want to go too, like Divine Pearls, and Cherry. Like it's a lot of us that have been interested in New Orleans. So maybe that'd be like a Queen Sugar meet and greet location or something. But anywho, I hear New Orleans, they're telling you that over and over again. I'm also seeing too this year, it's just a lot of divine masculine and divine feminine balance for you. So like within you, but also around you, you know? So that's really good. I like it. I really like this for you for this year. So that's what I have for that question. Hey, Alicia, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. Your next question. Let me add Alicia now. Oh, thank you, Reflection of Des. I love that. Thank you. And I gotta add Love Queen. Yeah, I'll think about re-editing this deck and then, creating it to where I can sell it. Because I literally haven't used this in years. But I think it would be a fun new addition to like share with folks. Okay. Love Queen. And then Alicia. Okay. Just wanted to make that list before I forget. Alrighty, and then the next one. Okay. Even though you initially. Oh. Okay, cool. Let's see. How did he receive that message that you sent him? I thought the message you sent him was so beautiful too. I was like, man, I wish I would have sent that to somebody. How did he receive it? We have ancestors and guides. Well, first off, his ancestors and guides absolutely loved the message that you shared with him. They thought it was beautiful. They also were saying like to him and his higher self, like, this is why we picked her. Like, this is why we wanted her to be introduced into his life, because of her energy, her soul, her love, how she is. We have date night. So this person, might be considering the next time y'all see each other. We have divine princess. They just love, like, you have this very youthful spirit about your soul that they really admire and appreciate. I think also too, I'm getting this message from them is that they're saying they haven't received or heard anything so thoughtful and sweet since they were like a teenager. It's just something they don't really come across or experience a lot. So the fact that you did it, it was just very warm and well received for sure. Let's get a couple of cards. We have purging and cleansing. And then, we have warmth and success. So that came out with your first question. So it's funny that it came out again in this way. So yeah, I definitely feel like this person was just happy that, they did a lot of cleansing and purging within their day and their life towards the end of the December. And they were thinking about what are the things that they want to welcome into the new year, and the warmth and success is it. And also thinking about like how you have showed up for them and how you're treating them. They really appreciate that. And that's something that they want to continue to have and receive. And so they're really reflective of it too, is what I'm getting. They love the message that you sent them. They really appreciate it. And then the second question was, how or does he think I'm dealing with others? Let's see. We have fresh perspective. We have creator, and then we have passion. So they might think you are talking to other people. Maybe not a lot of people. Maybe there might be one person or two that they might wonder about. Like, oh, maybe she might be talking like one other person or another, or maybe a couple of people. They really feel like you're very very free and adventurous when it comes to your sensuality and your sexuality. And so I think that's why they might think that, in a sense, like that's something that it comes across their mind from time to time. But I do see them being open to having a conversation about like, is this something that we want to do? Like, do we want to be in a monogamous relationship together? Do we want to just continue to be dating? Do we want to be exclusively dating? Do we want to date other people but also date each other? Like, they're willing to have that conversation with you, because it's like their emotions and their feelings for you are definitely growing stronger and over time. And it's more than what they thought. Like, originally, like they might have the intention of like, oh, this be very casual. And then it's like, boom, I like this person a lot. And then your second or third one. All right. What does he want? Why did our ancestors move together? What does he want? We have completion. We have the song of the soul. So I feel like in terms of what he wants, with this connection, it's like, a full circle in a sense of it leading to an actual relationship, a romantic relationship. I've noticed their energy is like giving me this sensation of like you complement them very well. It's like you match the energy of their soul at times. Like the songs that you both created individually sound very beautiful when it's like it's mashed up, You ever hear like, when you think about like a lot of these songs now, they'll be sampled and then there's like, the original, but it works very well. Now, of course, there's some songs that don't work really well, but like y'all two work really well. The connection, the vibe, all of that, like it blends. It blends very nicely and very smoothly, which is not something people come across very often, So it's a beautiful thing. I also see this person. I hear them saying, like, what song can we create together? We also have nurturing as well. They could potentially want a child with you or, like, grow something with you, build something with you. It's something that I pick up. All right, next question. Why did our ancestors bring us together? We have new journey. Uh-oh. Why the cards flipped? Spirit wants me to take them all, so I'm going to take them all. These are a lot of cards, but here we are. All right, new journey, twin flame, balance, warming success again, mass, date night, communication, annoyance, awakening, token, friends, and then text message. So many cards. So I feel like what they're saying with it being so many cards, like there's so many different reasons why y'all were brought together. Like there's no like this is the main one. It's like no, there's a variety of things that y'all are meant to do on this earth together. One of the biggest things is just like balancing out, things within both of your lineages, but also to connecting the lineages again and awakening spiritually, awakening those around you. Sometimes when people are connected, it awakens folks around them and it kind of like gives them the guidance and the hope, or gives them that like, flame to get them on the track of going forward too. Also, like y'all ancestors are just like real cool with one another, very connected. This is definitely a special connection for sure, and that's why spirit is really, big on y'all just coming together. The communication here is very strong, so telepathically y'all might feel each other's energy all the time, and there's no way to like really block it out. It just keeps coming on, and so that's a good way to know too that you all are connected spiritually, and that there are not a lot of blockages when it comes to that, which can be kind of hard sometimes, when there's a connection, but you can't really connect with that person telepathically all the time. It seems like you all do. You get a chance to do that. So in terms of the channel message from his deceased grandmother and then one from your deceased grandmother. Oh, that's so funny. You got Divine Princess again. This is from your grandmother. This is from his grandmother. So for his grandmother, we got the voice of the soul. And then for your grandmother, we got Divine Princess and Inner Calling. Let's get one more card for their side. Messenger. Wow. Beautiful. So I feel like the channel message from his deceased grandmother is that he is continuously working through learning and hearing the voice of his soul and connecting with his higher self. And so like his grandmother is definitely being a strong influencer. She's being a strong messenger. So she might send him subtle messages. Sometimes she might show up in his dreams, in ways where it doesn't necessarily look like her, but she is a person in the dream. So like, she might not show up as herself. She might show up as like a little girl, or she might show up as like a bird. She might show up as like, a man, but the idea is like, it's about the messages that come through in those dreams. And I feel like she's telling him to like continue to find his soul, the voice of his soul, and to listen to that. And remember how y'all got the card where it was like the song of the soul. That was like one of the things that Spirit was saying. And so like both of y'all are working on that, like finding your soul, your song of your soul, and really connecting with that more and more, and tuning into it, listening to it, but also creating a magical piece from that as well. And then your grandmother wants to say to you that she is always here for you, open arms. She loves you dearly. Um, she is someone that you can always call on. You are her divine princess. Like, you are her baby girl. You are her special girl. And she sees you in that light. She sees you as this royalty. She sees you as this beautiful, divine feminine. And she wants you to know that there's anything you ever need help with, or anything that you ever want to talk about, she's always here to assist you, to guide you. Her love for you will never change. It would always continue to grow and just prosper more and more as well. And she just genuinely loves you. Like, I just keep smiling so much. And I think she just wants you to know how much you are loved, how much you matter to her and mean to her, and just the greatness that she has within herself, that she wants to give to you and share with you as well too. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I love that. So beautiful. It's just so interesting, like how he got the voice of the soul, and we were talking about the song of the soul, and so how that kind of resonates. And then these cards are very just powerful in terms of the feminine energy. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my nails. I love them too. They're kind of long, but we make them work. We make them work. I am still taking readings. What you need, I am. Alrighty. Okay, up next is Brittany. I'm going to take like a quick 2-4 minute break really fast. So I will be back. I'm going to put the be back in 5 minutes slide on really quick. And I will see you all shortly. Alrighty, I am back. Not sure if that was 5 minutes or not, but here we are. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna do Sexy 9411 next. They just have spirit baby messages. So let me just grab those really quick. And then if you pay it and you're not on the list, let me know and I'll add you. Alrighty. Alright, Sexy 9411. Let's see what spirit baby messages we have for you at this time. We have, hi, mommy. My family seems like fun and a little crazy. I'll fit right in. I'll be here in the next year. Get ready. Okay, something fell on the floor. I'm gonna see if I can reach it. Hold on. Yep, okay. It says, I've been showing up in your dreams. Have you noticed? I'm so glad that I would have you as one of my parents. We have something flipped. I think it flipped. Okay, here it is. Uh-oh. I am sending you lots of hugs and kisses. I love you, mommy. Let's see what else we get. We have, you're having a little boy. Ooh. There is a huge shift about to happen. You can't play it safe anymore. Mommy, the answer is yes, or big yes, and then you're the best mommy ever. I love that. Let's get one more. We have, I'm excited to be my family. All right, so those are your spirit baby messages. I hope they resonated with you and you enjoyed them. And then, let's see. Let me make sure there's nobody else with like something super short, like reading wise. Okay. Let's see. 15, 15. Okay, I'm gonna actually do Allison's reading too. She just has one question. I'll just make it quicker for us to get through, and then we'll get on to Brittany's reading. All right, so up next is Allison's reading. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, so you want information on this part-time job. What would they recommend? Journey number 2, number 35, Fruit Chakra, Archangel Michael. Number 46, The Thinking Man. I'm seeing them say something about like part-time, like executive assistant, not executive assistant. I mean, something like that, but like part-time assistant in that capacity. That's one thing that you can look into. I feel like you will be helping that person with like their travel, like booking their travel, their calendar, things like that. They would be, if you were to pursue this job with this person, it seems like it would be a man. They would be really good to you. Like they'll be a good supervisor. Very understanding, very flexible. What else? Visualize. Visualize, in terms of recommendations, like money coming into you, like maybe a money tree and like you picking up the bills from the money tree. Visualize like your bank account having more money in it. So sometimes too, we might not necessarily know like the ins and outs of like how the money is going to come to us, but it's like when we know it's going to come in to us, then it gives the universe the flexibility and opportunity to kind of like, be creative of like how they deliver it to us. That's something that I hear for in terms of recommendation. Telepathic communication. I feel like Spirit is saying literally tap in a little bit more with them about this like part-time job. I don't know if you drive, but if you do, you could do like Uber Eats or just like Uber driver as well. That's something you could do. You have a child. If you like tutoring, mentoring, like those type of things, that's something that's part-time. Like there's a variety of things that you could go and explore as well. It seems like kids love you. So there is an opportunity where you could be a part-time mentor or program manager, a part-time program manager or something like that. Definitely consider it. They say don't do customer service or something that I'm picking up here. In a sense of like, phone calls. That would be very draining for you, so don't do that. But there's a variety of things you can look into, but do what you feel comfortable with, but also that that's flexible with your schedule, right? Like if it's something you can do from home, do you have to actually go in? Obviously if you do like driving, you have to, drive, but you get to do when you want to do it. So, and there's, great opportunities that can come with that too. So that's what I got for that. Bottom of the deck was a man holding a coin. See, there's some type of man here connected with this money and like part-time job. Maybe this is like if you were to apply to a part-time, assistant, it would be with this person and like they're like just bomb. They're great. So that's what I got for you for that question. Alrighty, now we're on to Brittany's reading. Oh, I'm so happy that it resonated with you and that you're manifesting your child. That's awesome. Well, future, congratulations to you and your new bundle of joy. Your new bundle of joy. To make my life easier, I'm just going to show your questions, Brittany. That way, that's like your timestamp. Since it's like right here. Okay. So, I like that. Sending baby that. Happy New Year to you, Brittany, as well. General reading regarding work and career, what's to come. Let's see. All right, we have number 52, Goddess of the Moon. I love that. We have number 6, Contract. And then we have number 3, Bombing. Blossoming Abundance. Got tongue tied for a second. this looks really good for you, Brittany. So I feel like honestly, when it comes to, for your working career, you're going to be in a space where you can literally negotiate the type of salary, the type of money that you want to receive for the work that you do. Like if you want, oh wow, bottom of the deck, door to value number 31. See, the spirit is saying they're going to be eating out of the palm of your hands, and you get to say what you want, and that's what's going to happen. Like I want to make 93K, like my salary I'm looking for is 93K. And they're like, cool, you can have it, type of thing, because of your skill sets, because of your confidence, because of the way that you just carry yourself within the field. It's going to be awesome. Now, granted, depending on the type of position that you apply for, research the salary ranges, of course, right? But know that whatever number you ask for, feel confident about it and ask for it, and you're going to get it, because you basically get a chance to write the contract how you want it to be, right? You can negotiate your off time, you can negotiate your sick days, whatever it is that you're, wanting for your career, like when you're working, negotiate it, because you have the power, you have the control for it. Bottom of the deck, we have the new journey, so that just lets you know this is a great journey and experience for you. And I just love that the door of value and Blossom in Abundance came out, because it just shows you like this is going to be a good move for you financially. All right, messages regarding your weight loss and health journey. Let's see. We have 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. That's your throat chakra. We have number 50, Angel of Strength, your weight loss, and your health journey. And then we have strategy, number 21, journaling as well. And for some reason, they want me to give my timing cards. This is another deck that I haven't used in years. It's just like, time and information on them. I'm going to actually make this kind of fancier at some point. But they want me to pull a card from here for some reason. So we'll see why they want me to. But in terms of your weight loss and your health journey, it's definitely looking like things are going to look great for you. We have December here. We have August, and then we have within a few months. All right, so I'm going to talk about the time and stuff shortly. But in terms of, the general messages, it's definitely important that you are mindful of what you're consuming, what you're putting in your body, and keeping track of it. Like download, what is it, like my fitness app, my Fitness Pal, like any type of app where you can keep track of like what you're consuming, the calories, the cholesterol, the sugars, all of that stuff. Do that, because that helps you pay attention to, what are you consuming a lot of? What is there room for you to consume more of? Like, let's say you're, keeping track of everything, and you realize after a while you have like 800 calories left that you can eat and enjoy for the rest of the day. And it's like, 5 p.m. So maybe there's this energy, like maybe eat a little bit more so you can get more calories, or, being strategic about like when you want to eat a certain amount of calories or a certain amount of sugars or whatever it is that you are focusing on. Also, too, it's important that you do some type of weight training, work out in terms of like lifting whenever you can, as well. That's something that I pick up here. Now, of course, do what makes sense, do what is appropriate for you, what you can handle. Find the workout regimen that works best for you. Also, working out doesn't always have to be in the gym. Working out can be in different ways. Like I do like pole fitness. That's like my gym. Like I don't mind going to the gym, but I'm not a person where it's like, oh, I gotta start doing all these other things at the gym, because I really enjoy pole fitness. So like finding different activities that you enjoy as well. And maybe look up things on YouTube, like whether it's like a Pilates video, or it's like a yoga video, or it is like a HIIT cardio video as well. Like finding things that work for you and make you feel good overall. I'm also seeing something with blue in terms of food. I wonder what it is. Maybe water. That's what it must be. Water. Drinking more water. Consuming a lot of water is important. So in terms of the months here, August, December, and within a few months, I feel like December, towards the end of this year, we just started, come back to this reading and then, excuse me, or like, your notes from this reading and see all of the things that you accomplished and that you, achieved over time, your goals for your fitness, right? So whatever goals that you set at the beginning of this year, come back to them later at the end and see what you have achieved. See what progress you made. It's really important for you to also document your progress every few months, right? So don't just wait until December, like literally check everything every few months. I feel like August is going to be the month where you are just going to really be feeling good about your body, about yourself to the maximum. Not saying like, you got to wait all that time to get there, but it's like August is it's something about August where your energy is just going to be top tier. You're going to feel the greatest. You're going to feel like you might get a lot of attention in that month. Like people are just really going to gravitate towards you a lot. That's what I got for that. And then spirit baby messages. We have, I'm going to be a fire sign baby. A lot of passion. And I also want to say too, like, yes, these cards say like they might be a fire sign baby, but it might just mean their energy in that moment is connected to fire energy too. We got the story that we will write together will be magical. Hey Diana, I just saw your message. You're having twin boys. So maybe there's some masculine energy here we have right now. We have give it time, you two work things out. I promise that I'll be healthy and strong when I arrive. Talk to me before you go to bed at night. I love hearing from you. We have there's a huge shift about to happen. You can't play it safe anymore. I'm excited to meet my family. I'm an indigo child. Do you know how to support me? I'm going to be an air sign baby. Thank you for being a loving parent to me. And I'm so proud of you. You're so strong. I love that. I love that for you. So those are your spirit baby messages, Brittany. I hope that resonated with you. Oh, that's really good, Liz. You got this. You got this. So when you say you're cutting off sugar, so what does that mean? Or like what does that entail? Like you have to, like certain things naturally have sugar in it. So is it like you're cutting out a certain amount of sugar per day? Or like, I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of like what foods are out there that don't have like no, like the tiniest amount of sugar, if any. All right. Hey, what you need, I will add you to the list. Thanks for donating. All right, up next is Liz. Oh wow, you said your right ear was ringing loud. Armantha, that's so cool. Happy New Year, Vonella Shelton. You're welcome. I know, twin boys. Hey, take that lightly. Take it lightly. It can always change. Take it lightly. Okay, no dessert cookies, no added sugar. Gotcha. That makes sense. Alrighty, this is for Liz. Will Aaron contact me this week? Okay. Will Aaron contact Liz this week? Will Aaron contact Liz this week? I don't think they want to answer that question. Okay, how about this? Will she ever hear from Aaron again? Will she hear from Aaron again? So you will hear from him. Now when? I don't know. All right. Aaron won't let me go, and I keep trying to drop him till he comes correct. Will he ever come correct? Let's see. You're welcome, Brittany. All right. Will he ever come correct? We got the Eight of Pentacles, the Stars, the Fool. The Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. I feel like the question is, will he ever come correct? I feel the first question is, will he ever recognize how he doesn't show up the way that he needs to? And it does seem like he will do that. One of the biggest things here that I see is that he comes correct when you like really move on completely. Where it's just like he is kind of like a memory in a sense. Not saying like, you don't still like him or want to date him, but it's like he becomes like something in the back of your mind. And that's when it really is like that motivation for him to like figure it out and to come correct, because he sees that okay, sorry, I just saw a message. Uh-oh. He recognizes the value, the type of the high quality woman that you are. The value that you hold, and the love, the aura that you possess that he doesn't really have access to and never really gets to see in other women around him, right? But I feel like also too, it definitely seems like this year, maybe the first couple of quarters for this year for him, are going to be a little hard, and I feel like it comes from him needing to kind of pick up the lessons a little bit quicker than what he's been doing recently, just in his life in general. And so, like, when shit hits the fan and when things get really bad and you really see who's in your corner, that's when you realize, wow, like, this was somebody I really did want to be here right now. Like, imagine being in the hospital in the ER for days and nobody comes to visit you. And then the one person that would have visited you, you're no longer connected with them anymore. So it's like, damn, I know so-and-so would have showed up for me if they knew I was here. So it kind of like sinks in a little bit more like, wow, how have I been showing up in others' lives where they feel like they can't be there for me anymore, or they feel like they don't want to deal with me anymore. So I feel like there's some type of realization that this person will have. And so it comes with loss, though. That's the thing. So it's going to come for loss and heartache for him. So it might be him losing you for a while, for him to kind of like come correct and recognize, the value of you having you in their life. Alrighty, what's your next question? Reiki God is convinced Roman not to claim it. I'll reach out maybe later in life. Is this true? Let's see. Oh, wow. We got the devil. The spicy devil. The nine. Oh, my goodness. Nine of Pentacles, the Lovers. And it was funny because I was thinking of that. I was like, that'd be a good way to see if that comes true. And then Emperor. So, yeah, it actually is true. I feel like with this devil card, it's all about both of you learning and healing from past traumas and learning the lessons that are needed to be learned in order for y'all to come together and connect in the physical in this realm. That is the key. That's kind of the only way it really works, right? And so once you both can show that hey, I get it now, that's when y'all come together, because y'all are meant to come together in this lifetime. It's planned out that y'all will. It's just that they have to get past, karmic, cycles, in a sense of like ending cycles, but also releasing negative behaviors and any trauma as well too. and showing up as the better version of themselves. So yeah, it is true. Alrighty. And then love notes. I'm gonna get you some love notes from Roman actually. That's what Spirit said. I don't know if that's what you wanted, but Spirit says you're gonna get love notes from Roman. So you kind of just have to deal with it, Liz. Sorry. Alright. Let's see what we get. We have, I'm ready to take you out on a romantic date. I'm mentally conflicted. I don't know what to do next. Please don't cry or be sad because of me. Do I have what it takes? I think about this every day. I'm still healing. There's so much that I have gone through and am going through and have gone through. Oh, will you marry me? I want to hold you in my arms so badly. I really love the way you make me feel inside. You are everything that I could ever want or need. And then the sound of your voice lingers in my mind. Alrighty. Up, two more. You are my answer prayer, and then I miss you regardless of how things look. So these are your love messages from Roman. I hope you enjoy. Alrighty. Up next is Love Queen. Alright, and pull up your email, Love Queen. Ooh, I just read your second question. You're vegan. Divine Pearls. She's vegan. Divine Pearls Medium. Diana, she's vegan, so she could probably give you some guidance on some things. And she's Chicago based too, so you know, we know the Chicago stories. Alrighty, that's so cool. And I can also share some vegan things that I eat because they're gluten free as well too, as well. At some point. Okay, I'm trying to think of what. Let's use my Empowered Goddess deck. All right, let's get some structure here. Yeah, it's definitely good that you're able to be consistent and like, you know, disciplined with it. And also too, you don't necessarily, like for those that know that they want to eat meat still, like maybe just have a day where it's like, that's your vegan day. And then, you know, you can eat your meat your other days. These for people that, you know, still want to eat meat. But if you are vegan, obviously you're vegan all the time. All right, so messages for your higher self. All right, so we have a couple cards here. We have my present is aura, speak for themselves, number 51. It's the healing and growth for me, number 52. I am proud of the person I'm becoming, number 14. I'm in the life of the party. I was going to read, I am the love of my life, number 2, which is not a card in here, I don't think, but that could be another message that, you know, your higher self is saying, like you are your own love of your life, right? But your higher self wants you to know that your aura and your presence speaks for themselves because people just naturally gravitate towards you because of your energy, right? And that's how people are just drawn into you. You're healing, you're growing, and that light within you just shines brighter. And so your higher self is very proud of you for choosing to be open to trying different things, to healing in different ways. And, you know, you naturally just become this person that people wanted to connect with because you have this light within you, but also too, your son, you're lighthearted, you're really fun to talk to and chill with. We also have It's Okay for Me to Say No, number 53. I like this, this alignment. We have here like 51, 52, 53, right? And then we have 33. I am worthy of everything that my heart desires. And so your higher self wants you to know. It is perfectly fine for you to say no, to tell somebody no, and to protect your peace, to protect your time, right? Even if you have the time to do something, you don't have to do it, right? We have It's Giving Boss Bitch. Like, you are powerful. You are, a leader. You are a boss. You are a queen. Um, and what else? Like, I'm going to read that one for you from the booklet. Spirit wants me to read that for you. So I shall. Number 30. All right. In the words of rapper Lotto, never play me like I'm average. You look good, doing well financially, emotionally stable, healthy, and at peace. You are not ordinary, boo. You are on your boss-ish. You know your worth, protect your power, and call all the shots. You have everything going on for yourself. This card reminds you to remember that you are the boss. You call the shots and make the moves. Tell everyone else to fall in line when they forget who you are, especially you. Don't forget that you are the one that gets the final say. I love that. Let's get one more card for you. Ooh, this is my season. This is my time. Number 27. This is your year. This is your year, boo. Alrighty. So that was your messages from your higher self. And then the second one was, let me go back. I had a ball yesterday for New Year's Eve. Did a vision board. Nice. All right. We got the thinking woman and anxiety. Absolutely, he was thinking of you. I feel like, too, he may have been worried, like, is she going out? Look at the bottom of the deck, door to romance, number 33. Like, is she going out? And then the thinking man right after that, number 46, the thinking man. That's crazy. But, like, is she going out? Is she partying? Who is she with? Is she getting a midnight kiss from somebody else? Like, those thoughts may have been crossing his mind. But also, too, I just feel like there's some type of anxiety of just, like, wanting to figure out, like, how to make things better and how to move things forward with this connection with you. When I split the deck, we have number 38, number 36, heart chakra and the sacral chakra, right? And so their desire for you, wanting to connect with you, emotionally, but also physically, intimately, and them trying to figure out, like, um, how do I show up better for myself this year, but also for this connection and this person, someone that I do love, someone that I do, want to be with, and, share. Sorry, I just saw this random video on it. Caught me off guard. Share their life with, in a sense. That's what I have for that. Give me 2 seconds really quick. Okay, sorry about that. Um, but yeah, let me get another Let me get 2 romance cards. Let's see what else we get about like how he's feeling. We got building the future. That was something we kind of mentioned. This one is a keeper. Your love life is ascending to the next level. And attraction, obviously. You know, your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. That was something we were talking about earlier. You know, with your notes from your higher self, like you're going to have this energy where people, you know, just want to gravitate towards you more and more because of the light that you carry within you and around you, right? I love that for you. But yeah, I really feel like, you know, overall in terms of his feelings, just like he still wants to build a future with you and obviously will forever be attracted to you. So that's never something to ever worry about. So that's what I picked up. So it's all about how he shows up this year, you know, like, you know, what he chooses to do, because that's going to be what tells the story later on. That's what I got. Hey Cassidy, Happy New Year. Yeah, you can ask the question. The list is still open. All right, up next is Alicia. All right, where's my pendulum at? A board. And also, where's my pendulum? I have one job. Not lose the pendulum. And I don't even know where that is at the moment. Let's see. Where is pendulum? Oh, there it is. It's almost like hiding somewhere, which is why I end up like not knowing where it is in that moment. Okay. All right, Alicia. Let's rock and roll. All right, how will the relationship between myself and Rachel be once we move in together as roommates for a year? All right. Oh. Or that's your tarot question? I saw the P and thought it was a pendulum question. Okay. We have number 5, attachment. We have number 31, door to value. We have number 49, angel of love. It seems like the relationship will be fine. Oh, you say you want to change it? Okay. Well, never mind. Okay. Will we have a good relationship when we move in together? Got it. Okay. Will you and Rachel have a good relationship when you guys move in together? Will you two have a good relationship when y'all move in together? Yes. Ooh. I'm gonna text Divine Pearl's medium now and have her have her put the places in the chat really quick. Hold on one second. Okay. So we got a yes, so you all will have a good relationship when you move in together. And says money. Like there's something about like the finances will be better too for the both of you. Alrighty, what's your tarot question? Or what are your tarot questions? I think it's a place called I Can't Believe It's Not Me. I want to say it's like in the this is a Love Queen, Old Town, West Town. I can't remember, but yeah, she'll pop up in the chat. Alrighty, what are your other questions, Alicia? Hey, some people don't eat a lot. Like my friend, I be having to force her to eat sometimes. I'm like, eat. How are you not hungry? All right, when will Rufus come towards you as far as a relationship? Well, maybe I'll take one of these timing cards out since I just had them in my hand. Let's see what we get. All right, we got September. I'm gonna pull up some actual other like tarot cards too, um, to see like all the info we're gonna get about this. So before you panic and say September, that's so far away. Let's see what it means. Let's see what it means. You get the tarot cards. Okay. Wow. You got the lovers. Okay. Maybe that can be symbolic for an engagement in September. Trying to think of my next question I want to ask Spirit before I get some more cards. Tell us more about the relationship, them being in an official relationship, Spirit. We got the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of cards. Let me put these back. Two meaning. Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords, Six of Swords, and the King of Wands. I feel like what they're saying here is that y'all have gone through so many different seasons of love and a relationship that it kind of shows this person like, okay, this is somebody that I can literally be with long term because they've seen me. Hey Maria, yep, the list is still open. They see me in different spaces in different ways, and that's a big thing because it's like you want to be with someone where you know what it's like when things might not be working out too well at work, or you want to know what it's a person's like when things are working out in their life. You want to see them in these different spaces because it lets you know more and more about that person. Now, of course, you're not going to be able to see all of that, the first year or so when someone you're dating. But I feel like y'all have a long history to where they get to see who you are, you get to see who they are, and there's a lot of healing and growth that comes with it. And I feel like y'all are in this space now where things are moving along the wheel of where you all can come together in terms to being in a relationship, right? And they're becoming more comfortable and more open with loving you and choosing love, if that makes sense, right? because with the King of Swords, he's very, protective, he's very guarded. Like, no one can know my secrets. No one can know how I really feel. But then the King of Wands is someone that's like, yeah, I like you. Hell yeah, I want to be with you. I want to do X, Y, and Z with you. Let's do this. Let's build that. Like, they're more open to that and expressive and, emotionally available. That's a big word that I'm hearing. I feel like that's going to be one of their themes this year, is being emotionally available, not only with you, but just with themselves and with their family, with their friends, and tapping into that energy a little bit more. And so by September, like, it could lead to an engagement, because it's like, y'all really use the first, basically, 8-9 months of the year to really work on yourselves, but also to connect and hold space for each other to show up in the way, that wholeheartedly that they can show up in. Like, not necessarily saying like you should give them the space to show up there, like their potential to show up. It's like, no, I know this is possible of you because I feel it and I see it spiritually. I feel it spiritually, and that's what happens. And so it's kind of allowing y'all all to connect and come together, and like spirit is, helping with that. I love this card because I just love how, like, there's energy of like someone, like spirit, a higher energy, higher, force is helping this alignment, this union happen, right? And then the doves and stuff like that. So that's what I got for that question. And then let's do your love note. I love when I see you in my dreams. I apologize for the times my words stunned you. Let's build a legacy together. Thank you for being an inspiration for me and so many others. I'm ready now. Let's make magic. You are my sweetheart. Our journey is unique. Don't compare it to anyone else's. That is so true. Sounds good, Maria. I add you to the list. Our friendship makes this connection solid. I will always protect you, sweetheart. And let's get one more. Our souls are so happy to be together. I love that. I absolutely love that for you, Alicia. So yeah, I look forward to hearing about the progress of this connection, and like, look at that. I value this connection between us, and be patient with yourself, be patient with them, and know that it's going to happen, because you the flyest out there. Like, when we hold ourselves to that type of regard, where we're like, you know what, I'm the best of the best, so I know they're gonna get their shit together. Like that level of confidence is helpful too. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Up next is what you need. Let me add Maria to the list. You got one more question? Okay. What is your question? Yeah, the initials can be helpful, what you need. Let me finish Alicia's last question, and then we'll get started with yours. And then I'm going to add Maria to the list. Alrighty. What does Spirit show my career going in 2023? We have the High Priestess. I love that. Leveling up for sure. Leveling up for sure. You're in a position to where you're just going to be kind of well known, as what I'm seeing. Like, things are just going to take off for you very nicely. Let's see what else we get. You will be spending a lot of time working, though, at some point, you know, to really build this success. So be ready to kind of be up a little later. Be ready to, you know, work hours. Like today, I didn't go to bed until, you know, I was out and doing stuff and to celebrate, and just couldn't really wind down until later. I think I went to bed at like 4 a.m. And I woke up at like 8:30, and I went back to sleep and woke up around like 10. And I just started doing what I needed to do, work on stuff, doing orders, doing readings, you know, all of that stuff. And it's like, I just naturally, my body's going to naturally do that. But it's like, when you have your own business, when you are, you know, working to build your empire, your brand, and be successful, you don't really have a set schedule. Like, there's times where you might work on a Sunday, you know, compared to how you would do it at a 9 to 5 that works. How do I work this? That works Monday through Friday. You might really work on Saturdays sometimes, or Sundays. You know, like today is Sunday. Like this is a part of my business, my job, my work that I do. I'm working on Sunday, right? And so that is something that you're going to be doing. I saw the strength. There it is. I'm like, I know the strength card was trying to come out, but I put it back because I was talking. I forgot to pull it out. The strength card. So like learning how to, you know, manage your time, but also resist the urge to fall into traps of not being consistent or not being disciplined enough. And so setting your goals for yourself, for your business, and for your career for this year. Like literally set these goals starting this week. Like figuring out what do you want for yourself, you know, for the first quarter. Break it down in quarters, right? And then you can have goals for the entire year, but like break stuff down in quarters. That way you can see the progress, you can keep track of things, and you know, work towards that. Also, today is the first of the month. I don't know if you do it or if you've done it already, but if you have cinnamon, blow some cinnamon in the so you stand outside of your front door of your home, and then you open the front door of your home, and so imagine like this is the entryway of the home, and like the queen sugar is like my living room or whatever. I'm facing this way, and I'm going to blow the cinnamon with my left hand into the home, and like set that intention of like abundance, you know, success, whatever it is, right? So do that every first of the month. And I know you live in Florida, so it's 11:30 for there. So you still have, you know, a few minutes to do it if you are at home. I think you live in Florida. I could be wrong, but I think you're in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. And then look at that, Queen of Wands. See, she's on top. She's successful. You know, she's the leader. She's in charge. And I feel like also another thing that they're saying too is like, if you really put in that work and that energy, you're going to be one of the best of the best. Like, you're going to be dominating this field more and more. Like, some men might be upset, like, man, how did she do that? You know, especially if they've been in the game for a while. So it's like really tapping into that success and embodying it and embracing it. You need to show up as the person that is in the space that you want them to be, that you want to be in. So like, let's say you're like, oh, I see myself making, you know, 6 figures, house paid off, and going on vacation, you know, a couple times a year. You need to do the things that person would be doing, right? So that means working consistently every day, bit by bit, even if it's just for an hour or two, like figuring it out. And of course, there's going to be different things that you got to work on. Trust me, I know what it's like managing different pieces and trying to not forget something and keep up with everything. I get it, but you got to stay organized. Journal, planner, all of that. Okay. All right, that's what I got for you. Oh, that's so sweet, Armintha. We're sending that for Cassidy. That is so sweet. All right, Cassidy, let's see. Will Cody and Hugh get engaged this year? Will Cody and Cassidy get engaged this year? Will they get engaged this year? We gotta guess. We gotta guess y'all will get engaged. Alrighty. Up next is what you need. And then Maria, you'll be up next. I know, isn't Armintha just the sweetest? She is the sweetest. All right. Sounds good. What you need. I'm going to put your name on the screen. So if you want to come back. Okay. Alrighty. What you need. Twin flame journey. Alright, past life backstories. Let's see what we want to start with for this. Alright, so we got the Empress, we got the Princess of Pentacles, we got the Nine of Chalices, which is the Nine of Cups. We got the Death card, we got the Sun, we got the World, put this up here. We got the Nine of Swords, we got the Two of Wands, and we got the Moon. Alright, so backstories with this connection with your twin. I'm getting that in this particular past life that I'm channeling and I'm picking up on the energy wise, it's like people didn't want y'all together for some reason. It's like they couldn't really see the vision. They couldn't see how you two could really connect. I feel that you came from like different cultures, not cultures, but like different places. And it was like kind of like rivalry in a sense, like, you know, it felt like this was not something that should be happening, but the love that you all shared, the connection that you all built was what allows y'all to really connect and come together. I'm channeling a lot of energy here. This is a very interesting backstory. Trigger warning. I'm just gonna say that. It seems like someone intentionally caused harm to your twin in that past life because they didn't want y'all to be together. Like they took their life basically. That person took their life because they did not want y'all together. It was a woman that was very mischievous, but she seemed like she was a shapeshifter. And something that I'm oddly picking up with is like, and that could have been how your twin in that lifetime ended up dying because they thought it was somebody else, but it really was that person, you know? I and how that translates into this current lifetime, there may be people that try to say things, to the other person or to you about, the connection, or that people might say things to that person about the connection to kind of like taint the vision of what it is and what it should be like, and y'all shouldn't be together, because it kind of stems from like this insecurity and like hatred in a sense. Like, you know, when someone has access to something that they want and they're envious of it, they're jealous of it, they're going to try to do everything they can to kind of make sure that person doesn't get it. So I feel like there could be people in this lifetime that carry that energy of those in this lifetime that we're reading about that try to keep you all apart in a sense. It definitely seems like you all will like see each other at night in this particular lifetime that I'm picking up on. And because it was like the safest time to do so, but I guess this woman, she found out about it, and that's how she was able to kind of like, you know, do what she did. But KJ never, like their energy never left your side. It was always around you, it's always with you, right? And so even physically not being there anymore, that person she lost still because it was like the love was still there. Like, how do I word this? Like, you know, even though they weren't physically there, like you literally see their spirit next to you, if that makes sense. You know, and it's just a really interesting reading. Like the energy of it is very intriguing to me. I do feel like what you could do for your connection though is to do a cleansing of like both you and him, you and KJ, and you know, to kind of like clear the cords of like any clutter, like, you know, clear the energy pathway between you all and that you share is important, so that a lot of that energy from this past life doesn't trickle down into this one a little bit more heavier than it did before. Being protective of like who you talk about your journey with and like, you know, this connection with, keep it very limited. You know, even if you have like a best friend that you know that's gonna be there for you, support you, love you, is all here for this connection, still keep things to yourself, because at the end of the day, it is your connection and you want to protect it as much as you can. So that's something that I got from the past life. So let's get the current energy and blockages here. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So there's a lot of passion here in this connection for sure. With 3 Wands cards here, I get that the biggest issue, the biggest, how to word this, challenge right now is learning when to take your foot off the brake, and then also learning when to know like how much pressure to apply to it, right? So when you think about driving a car, I mean, obviously if you got to avoid an accident, you will press down on the brake as hard as possible, as quick as possible. But ideally, when you are approaching a stop sign or approaching a light, you don't just slam it down. You gradually slow down, and then by the time you get to the stop sign or the stoplight, it's a very subtle stop. It shouldn't feel like your car is jerking. And so that's something that might be a current blockage here, is where like y'all have to know when to just like relax. I get that both of y'all are high-headed and opinionated. And so that clashes a lot. It doesn't mean that it cannot work. It just means that y'all have to learn how to balance that out. Because if you don't, it's just going to always be this conflict. It's going to always be like, no, I'm right. No, you're right. No, I'm right. You know, I'm right. Well, I'm more right than you are. Well, I'm better and smarter than you are. Then, well, I'm better and smarter. Like, you know, it's kind of like that, trying to one-up each other in a sense. Because no one knows when to let go, to tap out. And so that's one of the blockages here. It's like learning when to just relax, and learning that both of y'all can carry the weight together. No one person has to do it alone, but also too, no one person is on a pedestal, right? Both of y'all on the same plane, on the same level, regardless of how highly you think of yourself and how highly they think of themselves. Like both of y'all on the same level. So it's just like seeing that, you know, equivalence and that balance is essential here. And when you do that, both of y'all are able to really create this connection the way that you want it to be, and mold the life that y'all want to have together, because y'all see eye to eye. Now, of course, there's going to be moments where one person's going to have a different opinion, then y'all just kind of both agree to disagree. But the idea is like it can't be a lot of bumping of the heads over and over and over again, you know, type of things. That's one of the biggest messages I get here with that. I do see there also needs to be like a slowing down on decisions. So like not doing it out of like, emotion, but like really doing it out of, okay, did we think this through? Did we talk this through before we, you know, say what we said? Some people be like, I'm done. Well, I'm done. And then like 5 minutes like, okay, I miss you. Like, not doing it out of that way, but doing it in a sense of like, did we have a discussion? Did we talk about this? Did I reflect on this? Did you reflect on this type of thing? All right, potential outcomes. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Wands. That came out in your first question for the first part of the reading. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Three of Cups, Six of Wands, and Ace of Wands. I feel like in terms of the outcomes for this connection, very positive, honestly. Even with that Three of Swords, it gives me this energy of like, you both realizing that, okay, look at this. It's funny because they don't even want me to pay attention to the actual meaning of the Three of Swords, but look at the card. So these two birds here are very similar. The crow don't even blend in. It's a bird, but it don't blend in. It's not of the same background. It's not of the same energy and realm in a sense, right? And so they're saying once y'all, kind of block out outsiders and y'all focus on the connection that y'all have built and you keep it with between y'all, that is where that success starts to show up when it comes to this connection and the union of it, right? Really tapping into, the energy of like both of you all are creators, right? Because the Ace of Wands talks about like exploring, right? New beginnings, new passages, right? And no one person is like, oh, well, I'm gonna be the one that decides our future together. No, I'm gonna be the one that decides our future together. It reminds me of this episode of SpongeBob, Dirty Dan, where it was like SpongeBob and Patrick were going arguing back and forth like, who's Dirty Dan? And then at the end, there was like, okay, you can be Dirty Dan, because they didn't like the outcome of like what it was like to be Dirty Dan in that sense. So it's like the analogy is both of you have a say in this. Both of you have a say in the future. Both of you have a say in this connection. And you all add different elements to it, right? That's the beauty of the connection, is that this person is going to add some spice to it that you might not necessarily know about or have access to in that moment, right? You're both learning and building off of each other. And so the outcome of it can be beautiful as long as you all channel and tap into your energies of your connection and, balance mind, body, and soul, right? And just come to this connection willing to give and willing to learn, right? And willing to listen and be a participant. And then let's do your mini love notes reading. Where's this card? There. All right. We have, why do you still love me after all that I've done? Share my life, take me for what I am, because I'll never change all my colors for you. So that's a part of the Whitney Houston I Have Nothing song, I believe it's called. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. Call me, please. I just need to hear your voice. My mind and heart always come back to you. You've got all of me, I belong to you. So it kind of reminded me of that first part I was channeling in the first part of the reading, where I was like, even when they, died, they were still coming back to you. Like they still found a way to you, if that makes sense. You are everything that I could ever want or need. And then I love you more than you will ever know. I love that. So these are your love notes from your twin KJ. I hope that that resonated with you. And thank you so much for stopping by. Happy New Year. I know it was deep. It was good. I'm glad. I'm glad it resonated with you so much. I'm like, oh, that's like, those are one of my favorite readings to do. Ancestral readings and like those readings are fun to do just because it's never the same. It's always something different. It's always something different. Alrighty. And then we're going to do Maria's reading. Alrighty. Su lectura de María. Oh, it's got it on my nail. Okay. Alrighty. How will my next love interest view me? Ooh, we got the moon and the high priestess, two major arcana cards here to just start it off. They would view you as someone that is obviously physically, very attractive to, beautiful, sexy. You have this natural sex appeal that they really like about you. It's something about your lower body that they like. So you might have nice thighs, nice booty. You take care of your legs and your feet, like things like that. They really love the lower half of your body a lot. Of course, they love your face. Like they're memorized by your face, but they love the way your lower body looks and how it is. In terms of like the emotional and mental part of how they view you, they view you as someone that's very intelligent. You are very wise. You know a lot of things. It's like you just have the answers, and they really appreciate that. I get that also you have like a very sensual voice. Is something that they like about you as well too. Mentally, you're very stimulating to them. Like they can have a conversation with you for hours and they're never bored. They're never like, oh my gosh, this is dry, this is boring. It's like, no, I'm always learning something. The vibe is cool, the energy is great. This person will see you as someone that they can honestly trust too and share their secrets with. They wouldn't feel afraid, sharing traumas or things that they've had experienced in their life or pain that they witnessed or, that type of energy. Like they trust you wholeheartedly, which is beautiful. I love that. Let's see what else we get. What else? Ooh, you got the Empress. See? You have 3 major arcana cards here. This person is going to think very highly of you. Top tier. You are top tier. Absolutely. And if they just think you're just drop dead gorgeous, like absolutely stunning. I always love this Empress card too. I think she's beautiful, and the way that they just captured everything about it. It's just amazing. Like the sun. I mean, this might be the moon, but it kind of looks like the sun, and then it's I think these are different phases of the moon on her stake. All right, and then I think your other part was, oh, look at that 9 of Cups. Looks like love, not love, higher self messages, like reading. Self-love reading. So let's see. We're going to go through what are you doing well and then areas of growth. And I'll get you some affirmation cards as well too. What are you doing well? Well, we have the world. Amanda. What are you doing well? We have number 22, yin yang, and then areas of growth. We have anxiety, number 18, and number 41, 7 chakra archangel Uriel, and then number 10, storm warning. Okay. So in terms of what you're doing well, you're doing a great job of like not letting societal pressures and societal's opinions kind of like dictate the way that you feel and the way that you think about yourself. I feel like you're practicing more self-love and being, giving yourself more grace. It's something that I picked up here that you're doing really well. Also, too, with the balance of yin and yang, you're balancing that masculine and feminine energy within yourself that you house. Like, we all carry that regardless if we identify as a woman or as a man, female, male. We have both of those energies. And so you're doing a good job of, like, picking up on that and allowing them to coexist, but also allowing them to show up the way that they're meant to show up, right? Not letting one dominate too much of your energy for too long. Like, it's natural for things to kind of, take over for a little bit and then get it back to alignment. But the key is that you're finding that balance is just really good and essential here. I'm also getting to, you might be doing a good job of like kind of being open to exploring the world, especially by yourself. So like maybe doing a solo trip or, doing things with yourself, like dating yourself in a sense. So that might be something that you're either starting to do or have been working on or plan to do, and that's really good. In terms of the areas of growth, we have anxiety, the 7th chakra, which is your crown chakra, and storm warning. So crown chakra and then anxiety, very, close. So in the sense of like, needing to work on not stressing yourself out about things that you don't have control over, needing to not stress yourself out over things when they don't show up in your reality the way that you want them to, right? And knowing that when the storm comes and it hits, it does not mean that is the end of life. That's the end all be all. No. It means that the storm can pass and that you can learn from those experiences, and that I always say this, having anxiety about something does nothing to help the situation. I always say that because it's okay to, have your moment of sadness, to be upset, to be mad, whatever, right? Let's give yourself the space to feel that way. But when you sit in it too long and you let it, literally spiral, it does not help the progression of the outcome that you want, your potential outcome, right? So knowing when it's like, okay, I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes to cry or be mad about this, and then I'm going to transform that, transmute it to something that is going to be the outcome that I want it to be. So let's say you're like, I'm stressed about this bill, I don't know how I'm going to pay it, da-da-da-da. Give yourself 5 minutes to think of all the things, whatever, get it all out. And then you're going to say to yourself, okay, well, I know I get paid in these 2 weeks. Maybe I can call so-and-so and see if they can, give me an extended payday. Or maybe I can, ask somebody for a loan and then pay them back at this amount of time. Like, you think of solutions, but even then when you think of the solutions, you also don't overwhelm yourself doing that. It is so easy trying to like control everything, and that can cause anxiety. Okay, well, if I want to do this, how do I do that? Like, not over planning, not overthinking about it. So like you have to find that balance. That's key. It can be a little tricky because it's something I still, I work with it from time to time, like trying to find a balance of like planning things and not like I can plan stuff. I know how to not stress about something in terms of like the outcome, but it comes to the plan where I'm like, ooh, does that make sense? Can I do that? Can I do that all in this time frame? That's where I can build the anxiety of that. So like knowing how to balance that is key, and to just like know that storms pass. It will be another beautiful day, and they don't. Your circumstances don't have to hold as much power as you give them, right? That's essential. Hey, Taurus Moon. Yeah, you can totally donate if you want for a reading. The list is still open. So that's for areas of growth. So let's get you some affirmations to kind of help with everything. Let's see what we get. We have, I trust that my higher self knows what is best for me. So like this basically says, you know, knowing that whatever is to come, know that your higher self is protecting you and guiding you. I'm gonna read the booklet for this, number 6. So we have, no one knows you better than yourself. Your higher self is the purest form of who you are, who you indeed are. Your higher self will always protect, love, and support you. When in doubt, trust that inner knowing your higher self will never steer you wrong. This card is a reminder that your higher self is not an entity separate from you. It is very much a part of you. Let's get something else. We have, I am living the best years of my life, number 13. I love this. I love this. I haven't used this deck in a while too, so I'm glad I'm bringing it back out. And plus, I done spent so much, you know, making these images. I should be using it more often. All right, we have, our time is limited in this 3D realm, but it doesn't mean we can't live our life to the fullest. You never want to wonder what if or regret not doing something. Every moment you should do more than exist. This card reminds you to not let time pass you by, because to live doesn't mean you're alive. Don't let anyone or anything keep you from living your best life. So this basically is saying, sometimes we think, oh, when I make it, that's when I can travel. Oh, when I make it, that's when I can, you know, slow down or rest, love on myself more. When I get in a relationship, that's when I can really start my healing work. When I do this, that's when, no, live your life now. Live it. Live it. Live it as if you have everything that you want, you know. And it's not saying like, oh, you only got $500 in your bank, go blow it out on, you know, a purse or something like that. No, it's saying find things in life that bring you joy and that make you feel good, right? Treat yourself to something, whether that is free or it does cost something, but, you know, living your life, okay? That's essential. Let's get you one more card. We have, ain't nobody gonna treat me like I'm average, number 36. That is true. Like, to me, I feel like in this sense, what they're saying is like, don't treat yourself as mediocre, as average. Treat yourself as the goddess, as the high priestess, as the empress that you are. Embody that, believe that, know that, and don't ever question it. Because when you recognize yourself as that type of energy, as that type of person, I'll speak for myself. I see myself in that light, so I know I'm supposed to have the quality of life that I want for myself, that an empress, that the divine feminine, that a high priestess will have, right? And it becomes second nature to me. It's like, oh, that's supposed to happen to me anyway, because of the type of person that I am. So like when you really embody that energy, things are just going to start literally being tossed at you. The universe is just going to start throwing all this greatness to you with ease, because you feel that you deserve it and you know that you deserve it. So it's not like, oh, but maybe one day I'll get it. It's like, no, I'm not average. I'm an amazing soul. I'm an amazing being. Therefore, I deserve and will receive amazing opportunities, amazing blessings, you know, financial abundance, love, prosperity, peace, all of that. So that's what I got for you on that. I hope that resonated and made sense. That was a beautiful reading, though. Beautiful. Alrighty. And then Taurus Moon, you're welcome. I will do your reading next. Alrighty, Sarah, what are your questions? Alright, you say you want to know how he truly feels and thinks about you. We got the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Swords, Tower of Swords. And, oh, the Ace of Chalices, the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles. So he definitely likes you. I feel like he's, it's so funny because like these, I think this is a beaver. Is that what this is? A beaver? Like they kind of look alike. I know one is an animal and one is a person, but the way their eyes are, it's kind of like they are trying to hide something. Like they want to be like mysterious or try to play a cool type of vibe. And I get that this person likes you, but they try to play it cool, you know, just do subtle things. I think you said they like your post a lot. And notice how like the fireplace, there's like a fire in the back. So it's like there's a fire within them that is burning. But they try to like, okay, you know, I'm only going to do a little bit. I'm only going to show her a little bit that I'm, you know, like her, that I'm interested. I don't want to just pour my whole heart out like right now. But they definitely like you. They definitely think you're attractive. The Ten of Pentacles too. I feel like there's an opportunity where you all might connect and actually go on a date at some point, whether it's a virtual date and y'all drinking wine, you know, on FaceTime, or you're going out for wine and drinks. But I do see an actual physical date coming out of this, just because they want to get to know you better. They want to actually take you out. I think too, they actually have been crushing on you for a little bit more than what you know, longer than what you know. So like, let's say, you know, you notice that they started liking your posts, but secretly they've already been looking at the posts, but they just never liked them. You know, they like look at them, stare at them, and all of that stuff, but never really say anything until now. So that's what I get for that question. And then what's your second question? All right, what are his true intentions? We met randomly. He lives in Europe, and I'll be there in spring. Maybe I'll see him. Ooh, that's cool. We have the Magician. We have the Prince of Chalices. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So in terms of his truest intentions, I can see this person wanting to date you. I think it's important to take things slow with this person, because you don't want to do too much. You don't want to give too much earlier on, because if you do that, it's going to kind of put them at this default of how they're going to show up. Because I feel like they have dealt with being with people that just kind of just cater to them and always do all the things for them. And so they're kind of, you know, spoiled in that sense. But if you, you know, show interest, are cute and flirty, and, you know, let things kind of unfold naturally and take your time with it, it definitely keeps their attention. But it also, it gets their attention. But it also too shows that you're someone that shows you set boundaries, and you are intentional about that, and you care about yourself, right? It's not saying that someone, you know, does whatever they want to do when they first meet the person, that they don't care about themselves. But it's like when you're confident in yourself and what you want out of it, and you move at your own pace, it shows up differently, and it is felt differently. And so I feel like they're going to respect you even more about when you do that. I do see you all spending time, and it's funny because this is like a spring card too, the Princess of Chalices. You're going to connect in the spring for sure. I get that. I don't know why, but I feel if y'all keep this connection going and things run smoothly, I could see you all visiting. I don't know why I'm hearing like a park in London. A park in London, or where is this other place that they're telling me? King of Chalices and Temperance. Like a botanical garden in Italy. I'm hearing that. Like I know you say he stays in Europe, but I heard London, and then I heard Italy, which is, you know, in Europe. A familiar place in Europe. Yeah, I see a lot of flowers. Like, I know you said you're going to see each other in the spring. I just see a lot of flowers. I don't know. That's going to be very significant for you all. So maybe you will visit a botanical garden, or maybe a park in that city, in that country that is well known, that a lot of people go to visit as well. I think another word I'm hearing Spirit say is like, it's okay to have a little sass with this person. They like it. Like, because you're someone that sets you put your foot down. They like that. All right. And you said you donated for a fourth or a third? Oh, yeah, you can donate for a 3, 4. Ooh, it's 11:11, you guys. Make a wish. All right, what are your other questions? How would he treat me in a relationship? Let's see. It's so weird because on the iPad, I see what do you call it, the symbols, your profile pictures, but I don't see them anymore on my computer. I don't know why. Anyway, you have the Two of Swords. You have the Hermit. You have the Ten of Swords. You have the Five of Wands. It's a lot of conflict here. It's a lot of energy, hostile energy. I feel like in terms of how he would treat you in a relationship is that, you know the saying, people treat you how do you word it? People treat you how you let them treat you, basically, right? And so, like I said, this person is used to women catering to them, doing all the things, you know, putting him on this pedestal in a sense, right? And that's what he's used to. So if you fall into that trap, then you're going to feel like they're not giving a lot into this connection. But how we mentioned before, if you set boundaries and if you, if you push that person to it's like, hey, like, that's not what we're going to do type of thing. It's going to be like, wait a minute, I'm not used to this. Ooh, this is different type of vibe, to where you challenge them to be better and to live outside of what they're used to in a sense. Like, I don't feel like they would treat you like trash. I think it's more so it's like you have to set the boundaries of how you want to be treated with this person. And that's just with anybody. That's with a job, that's with a friendship, that's with a relationship, that's with family members. We have the Ace of Wands as well too. See how like this is, you know, very passionate, very, you know, fiery in a sense of a new beginning, and you setting the tone. So it's all about what you say and what you want and how you show up for yourself and how you allow people to show up for you. If you allow somebody to show up for you to where they're not consistent, and that's okay with you, they're going to keep doing that. But when they are inconsistent and when they, you know, lack accountability, and you check them on that and you do what you have to do to protect your peace and your sanity, that is going to wake them up and be like, wait a minute, I can't do these type of things with this person because they don't play that, right? Type of vibe. And then you said, I wanted to ask about, what kind of connection does he want with me? I also see him in the spring. I'm ready for something stable, ready for my husband, honestly. Gotcha. Let's see. You have the High Priestess, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Chalices. I'm hearing them say this person's just like they're coming from the dead. I don't know if y'all fell off for a little bit or if it was like a little bit of not miscommunication, you know, lack of communication at some point. But it feels like they're trying to, you know, come from the dead and make their move on you, or try to make a move on you at some point when you all meet up. And I see this person has started to shift and, like, you know, kind of change a little bit. And I think that they're recognizing, they'll see your glow up in a sense when they see you in the spring. Like, man, like, she really got her stuff together. You know, she's looking good. Seems like her life is, you know, great. Like, when you glow up and when you are healing, when you're, evolving, that shows physically, it shows, mentally, it shows emotionally, it shows energetically. People feel that and people notice it. That's why, we always joke around and we'll say it like, isn't it funny how like, people just pop back up, months or years later when you're not thinking about them, when you're doing great in life? It's because they can feel it, right? They feel it. It's like, wow, something's this light. I want to go back to it. I want it, And sometimes too, that glow up is what is needed for people to come together, because it could be detrimental to be with a person at a certain part of your life when you're not ready to actually receive that type of relationship. That's kind of like how twin flames are usually, because oftentimes people focus so much on the romantic part, but it's like, no, the reason why there's this separation period is because if y'all were to be together now, you wouldn't be who you are today, in the sense of like the better version of yourself. So it's important to know that the time apart that y'all experience, not saying this person is your twin, but the time apart that y'all experienced was for a reason, and it allows you to grow, it allows you to glow up and be this like, amazing person to the maximum. And they're gonna see that they already feel it, so then they're gonna see it in the physical and like, wow, you know. Like whenever I see my twin, he's always like, it's like you just get finer and finer every time I see you. I'm like, yeah, I know I do. I'm like, I'm not going to level down. I'm going to level up every time you see me, because I'm always working on myself. I'm always doing something to better myself. So naturally, you're going to see it physically, but you're also going to feel it. Okay, you can tell me send another one. Okay, he's older than me, I believe 10 years. Oh, cool. All right, that's your fifth question. Okay, how does they want things to progress with us? All right, let's see. All right, so we got the Seven of Chalices, the Three of Chalices, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Alrighty. I feel like this person, they're in a space where they will be interested in like casually dating you. So like, in the beginning, it's like, you're open to dating other people, but over time, they become more interested in being invested into just like dating you in a long-term connection with you. And it's not saying like with the casual dating, like, oh, they just want to, mess around. It's like, the purpose of dating is just like, to see what it is and what it is you don't like in terms of what you want in your partner. And so it comes with multi-dating, right? And, some people are into it, some people don't want to do it. Some people want to just focus on one person and date at one time, and some people are okay with dating multiple people. But I feel like the idea is that this person is interested in dating you and getting to know you on a different level. And then as they get to know you, they realize like, wow, this is someone I actually do want to exclusively start dating, because they don't want the chance of like them being with you to surpass them at some point. And I feel like too, when you're and then if you are dating multiple people too, I feel like even then it makes them probably want to try harder. Like, wait a minute, there's other people here that they're interested in. Like, let me make sure I got my stuff together, and they become like very intentional, like how they show up, because it's like literally, may the best man win type of thing. And it's not saying, people got to fight for your heart, but it's like, in a way, it's like people got to fight for their position. Like, if you want to be the one and only in my life, like, you have to show up as if that's what you want to be in my life. It's not going to be like, oh, here you are. You're going to be the one and only in my life now. It's like, no, show me who you want to be in my life. And I'll decide if I cast you as that person in that role type of thing, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what I got for that. But yeah, I hope that resonated with you. It made sense. I hope you have a great time when you're in Europe too. I hope it's absolutely fantastic. And it's just like a whole vibe. So definitely enjoy. Alrighty. You're welcome. So it is 11:21. That was our last reading for the night. So I hope everybody has a great rest of their first day of 2023. It's so crazy that we're literally saying that now. I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, so I won't go live Thursday or Saturday. I might go live on Sunday. I get back Sunday, so depending on like how much energy I have. But I'll probably go live on Monday, that following Monday. Or the Monday. What day is that? I think that's the 9th. That Monday. Yeah, the 9th. So I might go live Wednesday this week and then pop back on next Monday. So we shall see. But I hope everybody has a fabulous time this week and enjoy all of the New Year energies. Please, please, please set your intentions, be disciplined, and just hope and pray for the best and know that you will receive the best, right? Do your vision boards, whether that's on paper, on your computer. And if you don't have access to those things, you can just get a piece of paper and a pen and write down what it is you want. You can draw it out and just channel that energy every day as much as you can. So I wish all of us an abundant, fulfilled, passionate, loving, glorious 2023. And I'm so happy to have you all here and for us to grow together and build our brands and our community and our careers and all of that jazz. Alrighty? So, love you all. Stay safe, stay well, and I will be back soon.